Okay, so another quick update. I just woke up from my 2 p.m. nap, and my daytime naps are going really well. I set my alarm for like 16 minutes, and I woke up almost 5 minutes in advance. It's like 12 minutes nap time. I feel like I've been lying down so much longer. I have this vague sense. I was having a dream, but it's very hard for me to put words on what exactly. But I get this sense that there was a dream, so I'm definitely getting that REM sleep. I feel refreshed, not fully, but I'm still still adapting. But the daytime naps are definitely really good at the moment. Um, yeah. So about the dreams, I might just start putting a dream journal next to me, so that I get into the habit of actually writing a couple of things down. Typically, that is supposed to improve your dream recall. So I might do that because I've heard there's the vivid dreams are kind of nice, and maybe that'll still come. But I'd like to give that a hand, let's say, and then maybe even transition into lucid dreaming, because that seems to me like an amazing opportunity. Like, what if you get this sleep schedule, you're used to it, you are awake 22 hours a day, you're performing like crazy, and you're resting well, and you're chilling, and you're staying relaxed. And on top of that, when you go for that nap, that nap is like 15 minutes, but it feels like you're dreaming for an hour. And if you can then get control over that dream, you can basically, I mean, I've heard from Tim Ferriss that he practiced his wrestling and stuff like that in lucid dreams. That's crazy. Like, you could still practice, you could prepare videos, you could, that just blows my mind if that's possible. Like, even, I don't even care about the results of that. Like, even if it's just like theoretically possible, that's so awesome. So I might try and do a little bit of work on my dreams, just to see whether the dream recall can be better and the lucid dreaming can be better. But I typically don't have a lot of dream recall, as I've said many times before. So it would be nice, but I'm not counting on it. And it would just be another cool perk. So anyway, so my daytime naps are going really well. My night was also really good, as you've seen in the last video probably. The night was really good. But after the night, I actually had a bit of a crash. So after my great night, I took a shower, finished with cold Wim Hof breathing, like I typically do, felt amazing. I went down for my 10 a.m. nap, and I just didn't wake up. That's actually the first time I didn't manage to wake up with my timer, because as you remember, the last time I kind of screwed up. I did wake up, but then I almost couldn't stand on my feet, so I had to go. I laid myself back down, and that's when I fell asleep. And luckily, my girlfriend, caught me like within 45 minutes or so. Now I don't even remember like the alarm going off or something. I have the data from my Aura ring, who doesn't seem to show my oversleep. It shows all of my naps pretty consistently, but it shows that it's just a nap. So it's a really weird thing. But again, very lucky that my girlfriend managed to wake me up within like maybe 45 minutes. Again, was about the same actually. And that's actually, it's crucial, I think, is I feel horrible waking up. I feel very confused, and I feel like I'm failing, like I'm ruining it. So very negative for a few moments, and very confused. But then I started, to realize, like, wait a minute, I didn't even oversleep that much. So as long as I'm not getting to multiples of 90 minutes, I'm actually doing really well. So that's kind of a risk with that. So now that I've had that with like sleeping through my timer, I have started to set a second timer. So there's a second timer a little bit further away that I have to get up for to actually turn off. I don't know. I hope that it stays ringing until you turn it off. I hope that, because that way, that'll, it's pretty hard to sleep through that for 90 minutes on it. But so yeah, I was a bit worried at first, but that's just, again, along with the confusion and the tiredness, that's just a symptom from slow wave sleep. So if you ever have waking up from slow wave sleep, that's how it feels. You probably need to cut your naps shorter, or in my case, if you oversleep like that, obviously you're gonna feel bad for a while, and that's okay. I think there's some takeaways here. One thing is, having someone support you actually means a lot. I've only overslept 2 times, but in those 2 times, it was absolutely crucial that my girlfriend was there to wake me up. It wasn't hard to wake me up either. I just wake up and she's like there, and she's like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "I don't know." I'm so confused. But I just get up, I walk around, and just wait for the next nap. actually you're just waiting for the next nap. In my experience, you can take the next nap, maybe not immediately, but maybe you could. I don't know. I typically wait till like the next hour or the next scheduled nap, depending on what comes first or something. I just kind of get a feel for it. Or I start, jumping around, getting my body moving. That helps to wake up as well. So those are some tricks. But having a buddy, I think, might be crucial for those few times that you do oversleep. There's could be two kinds of buddies. There's one type that actually does the experiment with you. If you can find that, I think that would be amazing, especially if you're not sure what to do with yourself in that time. Like, I have the advantage that one, I'm not the most organized person, so there's a lot of organizing that I can do around the house. Two is I love playing video games, and they really get me engaged. So even if I'm tired, I'll be able to like sit through it and still even enjoy it if I apply myself in a way. So in that case, I didn't really need the company, but if you need that, then a buddy, then, well, maybe Polyphasic like this isn't entirely for you. Maybe you need to do the Everyman, where there's a core sleep, and then you wake up a little bit earlier than the rest of the people. That's nice, but if you're gonna be awake all night and you're gonna be bored, this is probably not for you. But a buddy can be nice because you have someone to talk to, someone who has the same experience. At least it's unlikely that you're both going to be oversleeping at the same time, so you can help each other out there. And then the other kind of buddy is just someone who's there in with you in your room or in your apartment. Like I have my girlfriend here, and she's not. It's not like she's coming up to check on me every nap, but she knows when I nap, and she knows, sometimes I'll be wandering around the apartment without actually telling her. We've actually agreed that I go up to her and tell her that I'm awake now, just so she can be even more on point on actually supporting me through these last couple of days of adaptation. I don't think it's going to take that long anymore because I'm doing pretty well, except for the small hiccup there. But again, didn't oversleep too much, that my body's getting that REM sleep, so it's actually fine. I think that's my belief. That's the theory I'm going with at the moment. So yeah, I think a buddy is definitely something to consider, even if it's just someone calling you. If it's someone calling you to say, hey, get up, blah blah blah, are you awake, or keeps calling you until you're awake, just so you never get that really long oversleep. I think if your body realizes that it just has to push a little harder to get you to sleep the way you did before, that's gonna be really hard to come back from, or at least I think so. I mean, I've read a lot about it, and that's what I'm telling myself, which is also a good way to keep me accountable. Sort of like if you really fuck up, you might have actually fucked up. Too bad. Oh, I'm using F words. I don't think I did that before. Guess this isn't childproof. Well, anyway, so that's my little update. The hiccup was there. I felt really bad about it, but actually right now I feel really good again. So it's a little bit of a scare, but it's no biggie. I'm gonna set the second alarm, because if this happens when my girlfriend is asleep, because obviously she's just still sleeping, that could be really troublesome. So I'm definitely doing the 2 alarms now. But yeah, as you've seen in the last video, the night was super awesome. So I had a little bit of a crash after, but it's getting, for some reason, it's getting later every night when I crash. I think that's really weird. But it's also getting like shorter. The time, it's a shorter time, and the actual tiredness is less. So overall, we're doing great. Yeah, I look forward to like being there, like deciding like, yes, now I'm officially adapted. I really look forward to that, and then we're gonna celebrate, and I'll make some kind of guide to help those of you who consider doing this. Just bundle the information that I found that have helped me adapt successfully, hopefully. All right, see you next time.